Hi, everyone. Welcome back. This is part two of a two-part recap. If you're wondering where part one was, well, go check in the feed and be sure to subscribe so that way you always get your episodes. But enough of that. Let's get right back into the episode.
So now we go to Whitney and Bronwyn, of course, outside. They're skiing and snowboarding, but, there was only one restaurant on the docket today, so they got this scene. So it's kind of awkward because, I don't think Bronwyn really hangs out with anybody. Do you?
No, I don't.
I get the vibe that she doesn't really even know anybody on this show.
She literally hangs out with Christian Siriano. Yeah, like the same person who hangs out with Christian Siriano is then going to go hang out with Whitney Rose. It just doesn't really quite make sense to me. Like, what are they going to talk about?
Yeah. So they, I don't know. I guess I was quiet because I'm trying to think out like what's better,
What does anyone talk about with Whitney?
What does anybody talk about with Christian Siriano? I'm like, which is better? I'm actually trying to think like, who would I rather hang out with? I'm thinking probably Whitney. Is that weird?
I think I would actually like to hang out with both of them, to be honest. But I think I would probably like Christian Siriano more. But I think I would enjoy hanging out with him more.
I would like hanging out with both of them so I could watch the looks he gives her as she tries to talk about stuff. Because, he's just like, those eyes would be going back and forth and he'd be pursing his lips a lot and like doing his little head.
His gossip would be better than Whitney's gossip. His gossip would be about celebrities and her gossip would be about someone she met at Sturgis. And I just don't know.
Yeah, I think that's why I would hang out with her. I think that's why I would hang out with her because I like normal people gossip more than like, I don't know, stupid
But hers would
shit.
also come out so slowly. It'd take a very long time to get to it.
And it would be all wrong. It would be incorrect. And she'd tell you a different story every time you got something from her. Okay, so anyway.
When did I ever tell this about Whitney on the phone?
No.
She was actually, I may take it back because I went to Watch What Happens Live. I remember when I went to Watch What Happens Live like 4 years ago.
Yes.
And so Ariana was the guest and so was Craig. And so then I wound up going out to a bar afterwards with all of them. And Whitney Rose was in town. She had recorded the session right before and they were trying to get Whitney to come and hang out with us. And they called Whitney and she was wasted on the phone. She's like, "Hey, I love you. You're funny." And she was so funny as a wasted person. I just forgot about this. I forgot that Whitney has a very funny wasted personality. So I think that should be entered into evidence.
Okay. So, I think I'd hang out with Whitney. Yeah, she makes me crazy on this show, but I would hang out with her, I think, over Christian. So anyway, she's with Bronwyn, and she's like, "Thank you for coming with me. I'm just like all about fun." And Bronwyn's like, "Yeah, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. I just want to have fun. I'm just all over the drama. I'm just so over the drama. Let's talk about Lisa. Let's talk about what a whore Lisa is. What a stupid, vile, criminal whore Lisa is. God, I hate drama. Just hate it."
It's been a lot. How are you feeling after the trip? Well, I use unleaded, but some cars I do have to use premium. No, not filling. Oh, well.
Well, my teeth are actually fine. I haven't had a cavity in a really long time.
No.
I did actually have all my fillings changed to be ceramic instead of metal because apparently that's really bad for your insides. I didn't know you could fill metal like that. Wow. So, question, how was your emotional state? Okay. Well, I felt like I got better time with some people. Yeah. I love seeing you and Heather have a moment that made my heart so happy. It was a happy moment. It's like, Whitney, were you there? Did you see that Heather snapped back at Bronwyn? That it was actually not a happy moment at all. Yeah.
Oh, I guess you're talking about the kayak, maybe.
Yeah, the kayak. Yeah, and the kayak. That was great. But that made me super happy too. But then the next day when she was talking about the girls, it felt like what she was thinking I was saying, but she took it negatively or something like that. We take a baby step forward and then we take, huge steps for mankind backwards. And I just piss her off or I offend her. I just don't know how I do it. I just don't know. Well, I think maybe just challenge her and be like, wait, I'm not being anything but supportive or understanding. And then just speak that to her.
And then remind her that she exploited your vagina.
She's like, okay, well, thank you so much for sticking up for me. You know, and I appreciated you being like, that's my experience too with Lisa. You know, that's my experience too. And she's like, yeah, I was so frustrated in that moment because of like the double stand. Because if you're going to dig up stuff on me, you know, and you have stuff that's court record documents of things that you're not being forthcoming about, don't come. I forgot what we were talking about.
Question. If I know that she's not being forthcoming, did she ever have a second or third coming? I'm just like really confused about how this works.
So Bronwyn's like, you know what? Listen, 5 people are suing you. You've got one offering your own text message as evidence. Yeah. And then her response to the lawsuits is too long ago, or you asked for it to be, you know, repaid, or we never had a repayment schedule. So technically I didn't default on a payment schedule because we didn't have one. I mean, that's shady. And if the texts that he claims to have are real, then she's not denying she took the money, but that's suspect too, because if John's running Vita or they co-run it together, then why would the lawsuit suggest she didn't even want John to know about the money? Like, that feels suspect to me. That just doesn't feel right to me. I'm like, wow, she really went in. She really got all of the details of these. That is crazy that Lisa had all this money from someone and she's like, don't tell John. Don't tell John.
Yeah, I was surprised that Whitney could follow what Bronwyn was even saying. She's like, huh? So Bronwyn basically says when the lawsuits were reported, 2 of the details that stood up to her was that one was first that a gentleman was accusing Lisa, claims to have text messages where he claims that she acknowledges the debt, meaning like what you said, that there was someone who was giving her money behind John's back. And Bronwyn's like, and the lawsuit implies, you know, she would prefer that he didn't tell John. And I mean, like, have some guy get you an Amex under his credit, under his limit. That seems strange. Wait. Is this the mystery man that Angie talks about? And Bronwyn's like, supposedly. I didn't know about that, but I'll just say supposedly because it sounds good already. So I'm going to say yes. I'll go sign that.
Yeah, because I was at the reunion. So we see a flashback at the reunion, Angie asking about the post on Twitter that Lisa has a Park City mystery man that pays for her lip filler.
Gosh, can you imagine that's what this person's doing? So Bronwyn's like,
okay, well, first off, with the Amex stuff, it's not really weird. If you start a business with somebody and you both have Amexes under that account, that's not weird. I don't think. So, I mean, I don't know that that's what happened, but she's saying under his credit, under his limit. Well, if he's an investor in the business and he gives her an Amex card, then that wouldn't be weird. I mean, if she was using his Amex card with his name or whatever, but if she has an Amex card under his business, that doesn't sound too weird. But I don't know. We don't know what it is yet. So it's just speculation.
I don't know. So then Bronwyn's like, I mean, you know, when she's worried about what I am or am not putting on my Amex jewelry wise, why don't you worry about what Amex you're using? Because she sits there and lets Brittany call me a gold digger. At least I'm spending my own husband's money. You have a husband. Whose money are you spending? That's weird. And may I also add,
Well, if you have a business with someone, it's not weird that you're spending the money from the business. I don't know. I don't know about this yet. I have to see the fight, but it's not looking promising once we do see the fight. So now we go to Mary's house and she has a big long talk with Robert Jr. And it's very sad, you know, as it has been in the past, because I think as Housewives people, you know, you're used to stories kind of being wrapped up and then the next season it's something else. You know, it's like, okay, well, last season was his drug addiction. So what's this season? You know, and you want it to be he's doing really well and everything's great. And that's unfortunately not really how addiction works. You know, it's a long road. So that's kind of what's here. He's still not really sober. Although listening to what he says he hasn't been hanging out with the same people and he has not been doing the drugs with them. But he smoked weed today to feel better, which destroys Mary, which, I mean, look. If it's just weed, that sounds a lot better. But Mary, you know, credit to just sitting there and having this conversation on camera, and how she's dealing with it is just kind of calmly and just letting him say whatever he's going to say. And then they're kind of going about it in a way that they're encouraged. She says that her and Robert Sr. are encouraging him to do the right thing and just leaving it up to him because there's nothing they can do. Which I think with addiction, that's kind of true. I think when it's someone in your own house, It's trickier. I mean, I think part of one of the best ways to fight addiction is having something to do. Like, you have to do something. You cannot just sit around and do nothing. Like, you have to have a job. You have to have something that you're involved in and something where you're meeting people. Because being alone in a house, bored all day, that's when you are going to do the drug. I mean, it's when you're going to do the drugs, you know? So yeah, I want to show up in that van and be like, get in here. We're getting a job. Get in here.
Mm-hmm. Take him to a job fair. So now we go to Bronwyn and Heather meeting for lunch, and Heather tells her driver, "Wish me luck." So they gather, and Bronwyn's saying, "I am really serious about wanting to figure out with Heather whether we can be friends. We just need to find a way to coexist, and it's not happening in a group setting with the other ladies. So one-on-one, we're gonna get to the bottom of it, and by getting to the bottom of it, we'll just have another tense meal and still be in the same place that we started. But it'll at least be a free meal on Bravo, right?"
So they show up and they're like, hi, oh, hi. Okay. While we're sitting here, well, I guess here we are. So we just order a drink. Oh, God, I would love a drink. I wasn't allowed to do that as a Mormon, so that would be great to have one. Okay, well, here we are, having a drink. And Heather says, well, I don't want to be annoyed with Bronwyn all the time. I don't want my friendships to feel like a chore, like child raising is. So I'm just really hoping that Bronwyn and I can kind of break through something here, which is why I'm going to sit here and roll my eyes and get defensive about everything she says.
Yeah. So, well, things are crazy around here. Ashley is flying in this week from Santa Barbara just to visit. So now we're back up to 2 girls in the house. Just when I thought we were getting close to 0, somehow it's doubling. I don't know what's going on. And Annabelle, it's like, time for them to spend a little time together, maybe ideally out of the house, because Annabelle's getting all of her acceptance letters and I'm exhausted. I can't wait for Annabelle to graduate. And Bronwyn's like, well, you said something about this when we were at the RV trip, and I tried to say something that I think was maybe misunderstood by you intentionally to be mad at me. So I do want to clear that up because I was trying to be supportive of you and I was trying to be like, I hear what you're saying, and it really is tricky to want them to go and live their own lives, and you got to get support from them. And I was saying, I'm excited to have less hands-on. Like, I'm excited to have less hands-on mom time for sure. And I wasn't saying it was negative that what you're doing. I totally understand where you are. I don't know how you heard it, but I just want to really clear that up, that I don't think you're a bad mom. I just think you're a bad friend.
I kind of wish Bronwyn had kind of stuck to her guns here and just said, no, I was saying my experience. Like, you are really excited to have your kids out. I'm really excited to keep my kid in. It doesn't mean I'm judging you. But it's like, no, I was just trying to support you and saying, like, I totally felt how you felt, which, I mean, I think everybody's reaction to hearing Heather talk about what she was talking about in the way she was talking about it was kind of like, ooh, that sounds kind of harsh, Heather, So I don't know, just stand by it. Stand in your truth. That's what I say.
Yeah, so Heather's like, well, I think I heard those words. I mean, it just felt like you were trying to show that you were understanding, but define how you were definitely different, and that you weren't done mothering and wanted Gwen there so badly and move her boyfriend in because you just love mothering so badly, and I shouldn't feel bad that I was ready to not be hands-on. You just basically were like saying, Heather, you are a bitch and an incapable mother, and you should be in the outer darkness. And I just didn't appreciate that you said that.
But what Heather repeats back to her is exactly what Bronwyn said. The thing is, it wasn't offensive to Heather. That's her experience, She did say that, and you have no right to be offended. It's weird. So Bronwyn's like, okay, well, you know what? Then I'm super sorry that's how that came out. Because what I was trying to say, actually, is that I just feel like I haven't done good enough job mothering. Of course, now she has my haircut and wears all my clothes. It's basically me. So, I do feel like I'm doing a little bit better than you. But what I was trying to say is that I was different I wasn't different in a better way. I was just trying to emphasize, things that I was trying to just basically say, I agree with you on everything. Can we just be friends? Okay. That's what I was trying to say. Nothing you do is wrong. Everything you do is right. And let's just be friends now. Okay.
See, this is the kind of conversation I would have loved to have had around the campfire if only I didn't interrupt you and be super bitchy to you. Like, why can't you have these conversations when I'm being bitchy to you? And Bronwyn's like, well, yeah, that's what I wanted to say to you. And I just feel like sometimes I say something to you and it doesn't land, and then I just shut down. And I just feel like, oh, well, Heather doesn't like me. We just don't get along. I love when Bronwyn says that she shuts down when she's actually the most vicious clapbacker on this entire show. She's like, oh, well, I just shut down. I don't know what to do. You didn't shut down. You're just, what happened was you're like, wow, Heather's a raging bitch. And I'm not going to bother trying to get through to her because she's a bitch. That's what happened. You didn't shut down. You just realized you had better ways to spend your energy in that moment.
One is like, I'm just trying to put my 2 cents in. And of course, Heather has to come jump down my throat in front of the whole group of girls again and like kind of denigrate me in front of everybody or make it victimize herself like I'm attacking her. It's like typical. It's straight out of
like,
the Heather
why even
playbook.
bother saying anything?
Yeah.
But
exactly.
Bronwyn's really good at playing this role of like, I did it. Yeah, I did lie because I just wanted to be with the cool girls and I just shut down. She has a very low key way of making herself in retrospect seem very small. And it's like, you're not small, Bronwyn. You're very big and very outspoken.
Yeah. Or she'll humble herself. You know, she knows how to like humble herself when necessary to get by, which is impressive. She was on Watch What Happens Live. I caught a little bit of it last night. And, Andy was like, wow, I have to say I was really impressed that you just admitted to lying and said you just wanted to look cool. And she goes, oh, yeah, it's true. Because everyone claps, you know. They're like, whoa, because that's Watch What Happens Live. So everyone's like, whoa. And she goes, yep, it's true. I want to look cool. It's true. I do. I want to look cool. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, she's wearing a Swiffer. Just want to look cool.
She was wearing a pom-pom last night. She was wearing like a black and white pom-pom dress. The whole thing was like pom-pom frills. And Christian Siriano, of course, made it. And he was sitting there in the front row. And Andy's like, oh, wow, it's crazy. I mean, here you are. And Christian Siriano came on our show and he said, you're the only person that actually pays for your clothes. And she goes, that's true. That's true. He made me this one, right? And Andy says, does she have to pay for that? Christian's like, yes, she has to pay for it. And then whoever was there next to her, some star next to her, he goes, but you all do for free. She's like,
so
okay,
funny.
okay. Well, you know, I want to look cool. Can I get another woo for wanting to look cool? Whoa!
So there's like, I just think that when we're in a group setting, you don't present it that way. And you just sort of word salad it a lot. You know, I'm like, I don't think that she word salads it, but, you know, it's fine. I feel like Heather's just trying to like, kind of bring her down, whatever. It's really fun when these two go at it because these are like the two of the smartest women and they are so passive aggressive to each other, even when they're being conciliatory, that it's really very hilarious.
But so Bronwyn does word salad. Bronwyn is word salading this whole thing. She's like, no, what I was saying was I really support you for not wanting to be around your children by saying that I'm obsessed with my child and can't let her out of my house. That's what I'm trying to say is that was only in support of you wanting to leave your children, wanting your children to leave. It's like, no, that's not. Just say what you were going to say. She is like word salading to try and get around it. But I can understand because she's walking on eggshells, just trying to get Heather to make up with her. And Heather gets offended at every little thing she says. So it's like, how do you win this one? You know, I think they're both just like, I hate you, but we have to reset now because it's a new season. So how are we going to just reset and fight later in the season?
Well, maybe she's word salading because maybe like Heather is like a word vegan. And so she's like, I got to serve her this salad. I can't give her my word meat. So
she can't handle the word meat.
She's like, I have to make some sort of salad for her. I need to like, give her an alternative. So Bronwyn's like, yeah, it's really rich that she has a problem. Like, and now, you know, Bronwyn has her nod, obviously, but then she also has her like her chicken bob, which is it's really rich that she has a problem with like how many words I use and what are said. And if I pronounce them wrong, considering that like Heather is best friends with like Lisa, Big Mouth Barlow, you could trademark that. Fresh start is 2 fucking words, Heather. Can we try that? Was that concise enough for you? I was like, whoa, Bronwyn. Okay, all right. That word meat was coming on pretty strong. That was a word steak right there.
So, okay, I have to ask, why would you dump all the data you had about Lisa? I mean, for someone that you said you wanted to be nothing more than to be close to them, I mean, what's that about? She goes, well, I did want to be close to Lisa. That's true. And I thought we were close. And Lisa made it very clear that we're not close. We're not. And in her mind, we never were close. I mean, she said we barely knew each other. So what do you think that means? What do you think?
So like now all bets are off. You're just gonna railroad her. Is that what you're gonna do? All bets are off.
No, it's not that all bets are off. I just wanted to leave New York natural with Lisa, and unfortunately, since then, Lisa has not Lisa has continued to double down and triple and quadruple down on the things that she said about me and who I am and my character. For example, that I lied about a necklace, which I did lie about because yes, it's true that I do want to be cool. Okay, can I get a woo? Woo!
Thank you to the cow in the parking lot that did that.
Thank you. Thank you.
So then we see tweets that are like
the animal in the parking lot.
The animal. You're not allowed to say cow, unfortunately. That word belongs to Hulu. So, yes, Bronwyn is a narcissist to change stories right in front of your eyes, and you all believe her. How fucking stupid is that? Another tweet, yes, she is a snake, and no better than Jen, actually probably worse, lying to people, hurting people, making stuff up that didn't happen. It's pretty shitty, which is funny that she literally calls Bronwyn Jen Shaw when this is going to be the crux of the latest argument at the end of the episode.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. She's going to get so offended that somebody called her that. So Heather's like, okay, so it is retaliatory. And she goes, well, you can call it retaliatory. Isn't it retaliatory?
Retaliatory.
That's how I say it, but they say retaliatory. She's like, so it is retaliatory. She goes, okay, well, you can call it retaliatory, or you can call it me meeting Lisa exactly where she is. Okay, which is in the gutter.
In a retaliatory way.
Retaliatory?
Retaliatory. Okay, well, then you guys need to sit down and talk, but it shouldn't affect us. It shouldn't.
Which is why I went and sat at lunch and tattletaled on all of you to get Lisa furious, so it would involve all of us at the next party that we're at.
You seem heated. You seem really heated because we really won't hear what I'm saying. She's like, I heard you, and this is between you and I, and I'm just saying. She's like, but it does color our relationship, your relationship with me. It really does.
So she's like, but I don't even have a problem with you. I don't even know where that's coming from. Really, Heather? Yeah. So they decide to try and be friends again, and they toast. And Heather goes, well, I guess to our next public thrashing. She goes, yep, I'm sure it's going to be any day now.
So good.
It's time for a commercial. It's time for a Crappens commercial.
Now, everyone, the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time to go to Amy's house. Fortunately, it was not Amy's rant.
Steele.
What?
Amy Steele.
It's
Amy
Amy
Steele and the Bad Hair Parade. Here we go. So everybody starts coming in. There's a little like wall with leaves on it, and you ring a bell, and then hands pop out with champagne. And so they're like, wow.
Yeah, wow, well, look at that. Hands sticking out. And I was surprised that Seth didn't sit there for the next 10 minutes trying to give them a pep talk. Like, so when you guys are handing out champagne, like, what are you guys really thinking about? How's your relationship with your father? I'll be your dad if you want, okay? I just want to get to know the real you, hand.
So was that a non-binary hand that just came out to get me? I'm just trying to get the lingo down. Okay, just trying to get the lingo down, guys. Okay, it's me.
Just want to be included, okay?
Is that a pan hand? Is that what you call it? Pan? You a pan hand? Okay. I'm going to unzip my pants and go ahead and see what this hand can do with it. All right.
Famously private personality Jared Osmond is back with Brittany. And the Chiron says Brittany's ex-fiance, which is so hilarious. That is such a trolling. This show is so funny.
So everyone comes in. They're like, oh, my God. Hi. Oh, my God. Love you. And we get a look at the people. I have to say, why do all the women look so pretty and put together? It's like a typical show, right? And all the men are like, garbage. They all look like old senators, you know, and they all are nodding their heads like right from the beginning, just from seeing the Real Housewives shooting. They're like, oh, I don't agree with this. I don't like this at all.
It's crazy. They're acting like these women are acting like so tacky, which they are, but it's also like you came to a shoot for a reality show, people. So Lisa's like, after what Heather told me at lunch, I feel uneasy. I'm upset. These girls are like vultures. It's like, we gotta get her. We gotta get her. We gotta get her. Because we all know that's what vultures always say to each other. And you're not getting anything. There's nothing I have to hide. I live my life in the light. I can only destroy myself. You can't destroy me.
Okay, now spend the rest of the season watching me destroy myself. So there's this one guy there who looks just like Mitch McConnell. Did you catch him? And they just kept showing him. Because they just kept cutting to him after every line, going, rubble. He's just horrified, shaking his jowls. So funny. So Meredith sees Lisa, and Lisa's like being overly nice to the host. Like, oh my God, hi, it's so good to see you. Can't wait to tell you what Blake said about you. And then she looks at the other girls and she's like, oh, hi. Oh, anyway, Amy, who's who best friends? Oh my God. You know what, Amy? I wish we were having this meeting across the restaurant from each other at Taco Deli in Austin.
And so Meredith is like, oh, hi, Lisa. You missed out on the trip. We were in an RV without a cappuccino maker. It was quite interesting, and certain quote-unquote animals were across the river. And she's like, yeah, I had lunch with Heather. Yeah, she kind of told me everything.
Yeah, like she told me who was a good friend and who wasn't a good friend. And she told me like legal stuff came up. Like, was there anything else I missed? And she's already like doing the hair flip and straighten thing with her two fingers. Flip, straighten, flip, straighten. Well, you know, there was a lot, sadly. So a lot. And I think that the women need to have a chance to talk with you and say what they said because it was not nice. Lisa, it was not nice.
So Brittany just interrupts and she's like, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I'm just here to interrupt and be in the scene. She's like, no, you didn't. You know, I missed you. Okay, I haven't seen you in so long. What's your perspective on the trip? Which I love that. Like, they're such good friends. They haven't seen each other in months. Brittany's like, well, you know, like, Bronwyn was the one who, like, she was like pulling out facts out of the air and, you know, sort of interrupting my big announcement that I got engaged and I got disengaged. And I don't know, I just felt like I was sort of like trampled on, you know, things like that. Yeah. And what did Angie have to say? Well, she compared you to Jen Shaw. Oh, no, Jen Shaw.
She did not. She did not. No, she really did. Are you kidding me? And she's like, oh my God, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying. So then Whitney, Heather, and Bronwyn are listening to all of this. They're standing right in the little circle next to them. And so Lisa's going off and she's like, that is a horrible, horrible accusation. She's comparing me to Jen Shaw. Are you kidding me right now? That is psycho. You know what? You called me a criminal in front of my friends. Like, I would never do that to you. I wouldn't do that to someone I hated. Like, I was a great friend for Angie. I went the distance for Angie.
She's bringing back her catchphrase from last year. Go the distance. So then we do see, you know, footage of her defending Angie, even up to Meredith. So Lisa's like, this is how you repay me. Oh. So then we go over to Whitney and Bronwyn and Mary and Angie, and Whitney is like, they're talking about you. And Bronwyn's like, oh, well, Brittany told Lisa about you. And she's like, what did they say about me? Were they comparing me to some Greek yogurt? It's like, that you compared Lisa to Jen Shaw. Slightly different. Yeah.
And Mary's like, shut up. She's a mess. Mary loves it. So Lisa's like, you know what? We're going to have a conversation. Angie, you know what? We need to have a chat. So I heard some conversations that you had. Do you want to fill me in? She's like, yeah, I would love to. What did Brittany tell you so I can undo her mess?
Well, what do you want to say to me? Well, I'll tell you this. It got brought up, the lawsuits, and Bronwyn's bringing her documents and she's bringing information. Yeah, well, Bronwyn did not go to law school and I doubt she even went to college. So maybe like not believe everything that Bronwyn says.
Okay. Well, we know Bronwyn went to college.
Yeah,
didn't she
went to college because she had to drop
college?
out from it. She had to drop out from college.
Yeah, so we know she went. She may not have finished, but who cares? You don't have to finish college to read fucking court transcripts that have been publicized, Lisa. Lisa just, oh my God, this whole thing, spoiler alert, Lisa fails in almost every aspect of this fight. So she's like, yeah, she probably didn't go to college, so don't believe her. And Angie's like, okay, hear me out. The way she described your lawsuits, that came out. And Bronwyn comes up and she's wearing, by the way, she looks like one of the large Muppets that was run over by a bus. She's like a black, like she's been
wide shouldered.
It's like the heart dress thing she did, but it's like really, it's a heart that goes really wide around the shoulders. She looks fucking insane. So this becomes a lady pulling her own hair out, fighting with a dead Muppet. So Bronwyn's like, you know what? You're not mad at Angie. Okay. You're mad at me. So, you know, I've worked on this fight now for 2 episodes and I think I deserve to have the fight, Lisa. So have the fight with me. The cameras are on me. So have the fight with me. And she's like, no, you know what? I don't even know you. You can go away. I don't like you, non-college goer. Okay? Go away, non-college person. You probably don't even know what it's like to go through a cafeteria line and get Salisbury steak in college. Okay, I'm not speaking to you. Only Anjay.
You're dismissed. You're dismissed. Oh, I'm dismissed, Lisa? I think what you mean is, please, judge, dismiss those lawsuits against me. I really outdid myself with that one. I really did.
This is also good because Bronwyn's level of confidence is so high, and knowing that in the middle of the season she's going to get smacked with all of her own allegations it's just so fun watching her build her up so high, herself up so high. I can't wait. So Lisa's like, you know what? This isn't for you. I don't want to talk to you. Oh, it's about me. I'm the one who started it. It's me. Talk to me because I started it. Okay, I earned this. This has nothing to do with Angie. You're upset with me for what I said. She goes, I'm not upset with you. I don't even like you. I don't even like you, okay? It's like me being upset. It's like me being upset with like deli meat. I don't like deli meat. Why would I yell at it?
Who's deli meat? Is she a new cast member? Quiet, Whitney. Okay, Angie and I have more history than you and I do, so we can work our stuff out. She's like, yeah, but like Angie, she just told you I'm the one who said it, okay? And so Meredith jumps in and goes, Bronwyn, I think this is not great timing. I think this is really not the right time for you to be here. So
you're loitering. You're loitering. That's what you're doing. You're loitering. She's loitering at this point, okay? No loitering allowed, okay? No loitering allowed.
What are you, a parking lot outside of... outside of Denny's?
There's no solicitation here. There's no solicitation, loiterer. You know what? Bathrooms are for customers only. Please. I can't even.
No shirt, no shoes, no service. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules.
Stop it. Hey, why don't you not go to college more? Why don't you go enroll in not college some more?
Don't reverse, otherwise your tires could face severe damage.
So now the husbands are in a separate room and they're like just standing around awkwardly, kind of giggling at each other. And Seth is like, so Jared, are you in love with Brittany? He's like, well, I love, but you love her, but are you in love with her? Well, and they just start cracking up because he's such a goober. So then we go back to Lisa and she's like, you know what? I have zero interest in talking to loiterers. Do you have a permit to even be protesting here? I can't with you.
You talk to everybody about me and then you don't want to talk to me?
You know why?
Strange.
Yeah, because you're dishonest. You're dishonest. That's why. It's true.
Because I said stuff about you that should make people have to question and pause about what's going on in your life. And that
you know what?
Dishonest.
Yeah, you know what? I have a lot to question about you, you gut dick sucker. Yeah. So why don't I question that? How did your dick get gout?
Oh, so I'm a dick sucker now? Is that it? I'm a dick sucker now?
Yeah, that's how you get your clothes. That's how you get all your money from dick sucking.
I like that when she says, I'm a dick sucker now, Lisa goes, gout dick sucker. Come on, I spent all day coming up with that. Do the whole thing.
Wait a minute. I thought gout was in your feet. I didn't even know you could have gout dick.
Yeah, I don't know if you can have gout dick. I also think it happens in your fingers too, right? Don't you get? I'm not even gonna get into gout. So then Heather's like, "Oh, I haven't heard about someone called gout dick since the Civil War, since the Battle of Gettysburg. May gout take hold of your willies, you treasonous bastards." Molly Sorensen does like to abduct children who have gout. This is true.
So I'm talking about public record. Now I'm a dick sucker. Wow, you've been hanging on out. You've been. What did you say? You've been hanging out either, Brittany. You've been hanging out. Whatever. So
Brittany,
I don't know. So Lisa's like, you know what? You were a dick sucker before. That's how you have all your clothes. No, Lisa, my husband pays for my clothes. Yeah, because you suck his dick. That's what you brag about. Remember, guys? Remember when she bragged about sucking his dick for clothes? That's like so embarrassing. Like sucking the dick of your own husband. Like who does that?
I don't know if this is a winning argument.
No, it's not. This is a terrible.
You engage in like sexual experiences with your own husband, and then you also get gifts.
You're gonna slut shame somebody because you have court cases against you. It's just stupid. It's just not going well. And Bronwyn's like, yeah, well, at least my husband pays for my clothes. Who's paying your Amex, Lisa? Okay, someone in court records saying he pays your Amex for years. So what's up with that, Lisa?
That's
Yeah.
why.
Well, he took all the financials to court, Lisa. And so you can yell all you want, but those financials are in court. So
Yeah, it's a court case, everyone. Thanks, Whitney.
yeah, it's in the court case. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not even in the court case. And so we see snapshots of the court record. Plaintiffs made payments on an American Express card issued in Barlow's name, but residing and managed under this person's name.
So Lisa is like, did you tell Emma? Because I have a question for you. Did you tell Emma? Did you tell Emma? And Bronwyn's like, don't put your finger in my face. Don't put your finger in my face. I'll do whatever I want to you. Okay, I'm going to do whatever I want. Don't put your finger in my face. Oh my God, Bronwyn, are we going to get the head nod too? Is that what you're going to do? You're going to get the head nod? Huh?
Oh, you can make fun of me all you want, Lisa. Okay, I'm not even nodding my head right now. Yes, you are. Like I can't even see. Like I can't even see your eyes right now. You're going so fast. Like, no, Lisa, you can make fun of me all you want, but you know what? It doesn't change the fact that you have court documents. You have court documents, Lisa. Okay, you get an Amex bill. I get an Amex book. Okay, my Amex bills come in a book, Lisa. Okay, so what do you think about that? What do you think about that?
Mine come in a book.
Mine come in a box, Lisa. Okay, so yours come in an envelope. Mine come in a box. Okay, yeah, so what about that?
But you suck. You suck dick. You suck your husband's dick. It's like, but she's married to Todd. That's not a valid claim. But you said when the Amex, I'll suck your dick. And she's like, yeah, but I have it as a book. She's like, the point is that this is what happens when you're friends with Lisa. You make a joke about her, and 5 years later, she's going to pull it out of her long arsenal about you to try to twist it and make you look bad. Fuck off.
Yeah, and she's like, yeah, Lisa, I do love sucking dick. I'm unfazed. I'm unfazed by that. Also, I want to look cool. So can I get a woo? Woo! Wait a minute. That's how you pay your bills. You brag about it. And Whitney's like, but wait, she's married to Todd. So that's a valid claim on things. Claiming that's valid. So what?
I actually do enjoy having sex with my husband. So I'm unfazed by that accusation. So go for it. Oh yeah. Oh, so now she's okay with Todd. But in Mexico, she was like, not okay with Todd. Actually, in a marriage, I have had ups and downs. And anybody who's here who's been married has had ups and downs. And that's not going to change the facts. Yeah. Well, nobody talks worse about their husband than you do.
Okay, well, nobody's borrowed more money behind their husband's back other than you, bitch. So what does that say about you? Oh my, Bronwyn, she just killed this. She was so funny in this. And she knew everything Lisa was going to say because Lisa just repeats the same old thing. And whenever Lisa gets in a fight, it's like, you're a slut. You're a slut. You're a slut. You know, that's like Lisa's only thing to say. And Bronwyn came ready for that. You know, she's heard all of this before. So Lisa's just like, okay, you know what? You're not only a slut who didn't go to college, but like you think you're a lawyer and you didn't go to college. Slut who didn't go to college, who's also a slut. And she's like, oh, really? Well, you should go to work and pay those fucking lawsuits off is what you should do. Oh, you know what? That's disgusting. You're a peg. Okay, you know what? I'm going to create a website and post all of her lies. What if I did that? What if I did that? What if I made a website about it? Like Monica?
She said, when Lisa said you should really go to school and Bronwyn said you should go to work and pay those lawsuits off, I was like, oh my God. I died. So Bronwyn's like, okay, so you're going to start a negative online campaign. We know you love to do that, Lisa. You've done it to many of us already. So I love that you're threatening to do that again. Okay. This is a joke. This is such a joke. This is a joke. It's a joke. Oh, where's Amy? Oh.
Yeah. Whitney, I like that they just keep cutting to Whitney being like, yeah. Like you tell him, Whitney. So Lisa ends up just walking away because she just lost that one. And everybody is standing around like covering their face. They're like, oh my God, Lisa just got her ass handed to her. Where do we go from here?
We'll find out next week. Thanks everyone for being here. Always appreciate it. Go give us a follow on Instagram. Come join us over there. We have fun. And follow me and Ronnie. Ronnie's at Ronnie Karam. I'm at Ben Mandelkerg. Follow us. You have fun. And we'll catch you on the next episode of Watch What Crappens. Bye. Yeah.
Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors. Ain't no thing like Allison King.
It's always a party on Allison Block.
Our way is the Amber way.
It's the Foster and the Furious. It's Amanda Foster.
It's always automatic with Ashley Otto. Put your hands together for Carly Clapp.
Get on the right foot with Chrissy Offit.
She's not just a Sheila, she's a Daniela. Etchels.
We never miss her call. It's Diane Call.
Aaron McNicholas. She don't miss no trickolas.
Hava Nagila Weber.
You'll never hide from Heidi Eleanor Jones.
I go, you go, we all go for Hugo.
Jamie. She has no last namey.
She's our kind of mess. It's Jennifer Messer.
Sipped some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
She's our favorite streamer, Caroline Peacock.
Kristen the Piston Anderson.
Get a bee in your bonnet with Lacey B. Que sera, whatever will be, will Lauren Silsby.
She gets an A from us. It's Lindsay D. Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino.
Fresh as a daisy, it's Maisie McHenry.
We love her on the rocks. It's Melissa Cox. Megan Berg. You can't have a burger without the Berg.
This is Livin' with Michelle Vivian.
I love ya, Olivia Williamson. Tastier than Flanderson, it's Rachel Manderson.
She sure is swell. It's Raquel.
Yes, we canna, it's Savannah.
Cast a spell with Shannon Spellman.
Let's share with Sharon Eldridge.
Darn Skippy, it's Tippy.
And our super premium sponsors.
She's VVIP, it's Amanda V. Can't lose when you're with Amy Baldwin.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva.
Let's get real with Caitlin O'Neill.
Put us on a stretcher, it's Charlotte Fletcher.
Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides.
Who, what, why, where, and Gwen Pentland.
Let's go into the woods with Guy Tubbs.
It's our queen, it's Queen Laifah.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall.
Hail the cork master, the master of the cork, Jennifer Corcoran. We got our wish, it's Jen Plish.
She's not harsh, she's Jill Hirsch.
My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo.
We love him madly. It's Kyle Pod Shadley.
In the study with a candlestick, it's Leslie Peacock.
Gee, it's Lisa H.
We're ride or die for Lisa Ryder Barron. She's a whiz, it's Liz Sarthy.
Always killing it, it's Lola Alkalani.
The incredible edible Matthews sisters. She eases our woes. It's Melissa St. Rose.
There's a chance of meatballs. It's Rebecca Cloud.
Neat, it's Ronit Feldman.
Maximum love for Sandy Maximoska. She's the queen bee, it's Sarah Lemke.
We cannot tell a lie, it's Sarah Telefson.
Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony.
Please don't stop, it's Soli and Pop.
Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Kuchar. We love you guys.